While there may have been one or two bumps in the road towards Dutch dominance, we are still in with a chance of winning 3 trophies this season. And while there's still a chance of a treble, we're going to allow ourselves to dare to dream. Although, that dream could be over and done with by the end of this episode. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5 of my quest for Dutch dominance with PSV in the FM23 beta. And, as I said in the intro, we are still on for a treble. The Eredivisie, the Dutch Cup and the UEFA Europa League. If you look in the league, we currently sit 5 points behind Ajax in second place. Guaranteed pretty much a top 4, but it's a 2-horse race for the title at the minute, and we can keep it a 2-horse race if we can win away from home today. Those who have watched before will know that Ajax beat us in the Super Cup. We then went on to beat them at home on the opening day of the league season, and only a win will do today. A defeat and we fall further behind, and it pretty much becomes a 1-horse race for the title. The UEFA Europa League second leg against Dynamo will come straight after the Ajax game. We won the first leg 4-2. We went 1-0 behind early on, turned to attacking, were running all over them, 4-1 up, and then they scored in the 93rd minute to move within 2 goals. So keeps the tie alive pretty much. And then after that, not too long after that, we will play VVV Venlo at home in the Dutch Cup semi-final, with the winner of that going on to play Ajax against Feyenoord. But Venlo are in the division below us, so we are red hot favourites for that. So I should be hoping for a place in the final. There has been a little bit of transfer activity since the last episode. Jordan Teze went to FC Porto for £10 million at the beginning of January. He decided he wanted to leave. Porto put a bid in, and I had to accept it. Johan Bakayoko has gone to Juventus for £8.5 million initial, could raise to 10. He's one for the future. He was on our bench. This is only a beta save, so I don't need to plan for the future, really, so I sold him and took the money. Yulba Vertessen and Mauro Jr. have both gone out on loan. And we've brought in Nathan Phillips from Liverpool and Maximo Perroni from Vélez. We haven't spent a lot of money. To be honest, we didn't have a great deal, even though we sold a few players. Phillips has come in as a fringe player, backup defender, really. He's solid in the air. He's got decent current ability. And then Maximo Perroni is 20-year-old defensive midfielder from Argentina. He is a good backup option because we did sell a couple of players and we needed really to fill some squad places. Now let's go and play what is so far the most important game of this series. Cody Gakpo is unwell. He's missed the last couple of games. He's not well. He's got about another 5 or 6 days before he's back in training. So he misses this game. The side is Benitez, Moene, Vezo, Obispo, Max, Gutierrez, Simons, Till, Madueka, Fofana and De Jong. And we need a win. We're off and underway against Ajax, away from home. I've kept the tactical style on positive. It recommended that we switch to balanced and see how it goes, but I want to try and nick an early goal here. I was going to actually start attacking, but I thought I'm not going to go too attacking and too open straight from the off. If we do concede, I will be switching to attacking though and just seeing how it goes. Because a defeat's a defeat, isn't it? Whether we lose 1-0 or 10-0. There's a great save from Benitez. Tips the ball over the bar to prevent Ajax opening the scoring, but now they have a corner. And it's gone wide. Ajax looking to mount an attack here. They're playing some decent passing football. Moena he's won possession, but passed it to De Jong. Can he keep hold of it? No, he doesn't. He gives it back. He didn't really have much help, but he could have looked for a pass somewhere, and that has gone wide. De Jong won possession and should have really done better. But we've reached the half-time whistle and it's still 0-0. We're yet to have a shot on target. Our XG is 0.1. We haven't had a corner. Ajax are the better side so far, but it's still level. Second half is underway and it started straight away with an Ajax attack. Udus looks to get a cross in. He does. It's a very deep one. Ocampos picks it up on the other side of the pitch. We can't seem to get the ball here, and Bergwijn has gone through. He's burst through. Steven Bergwijn and Ajax are 1-0 up early in the second half, and I'm going to switch to attacking and see if we can get ourselves back into this game. Because as I said before, whether we lose 1-0 or 10-0, it's still a defeat, and Ajax will move a further 3 points ahead of us. Back to Madueke. Finds Muene on the right. De Jong. It's a save by the goalkeeper, and it's out for a corner. But at least we're actually having an attack now. It's our first attacking highlight of the game. Max swings it in, but it's cleared at the near post. Right, I've made 4 substitutions, and I'm hoping that they help to get us back into this game. Madueke. Burst into the box. Can he get a shot away or a pass or just something? And he shoots and it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. We're not out of this just yet. We're not out just yet. Although Bergwijn's through, and I think we might be out of it now. He's going back. Did he stray offside? The VAR is checking the goal. The goal's been awarded. We are 2-0 down. And I think our title dreams may have just ended there. We were 5 points behind Ajax coming into this game. They will now have an 8-point advantage over us. And I can't see them losing 3 more games than us. We'd need to win all of our games and then lose 3 more. Or them lose 3. So, as I said before, I think we're going to be okay for top 4. Even top 2, really. But our title hopes are ending here. Here's De Jong. Saibari can't beat the defender. He's going to get another go at it. But passes it straight to their defence. Phillips allows Bergwijn to beat him. And there's Bergwijn's hat-trick. It's 3-0. I'm going to berate the team because we are doing absolutely atrocious. And hopefully this doesn't kill our confidence too much because we have an important game in the Europa League just a few days away. Tadic is through. And the keeper actually saves one. Muene could have done better. But gives it away. Oh, hang on. Madueke, Xavi Simons bursts into the box and see. I know it's probably a little bit late for a comeback, but it would have been nice to have scored a goal and just like boosted them a little bit. The ball went just wide. And I think the pecking order in Dutch football is very, very clear. And we're not top of it. While we may have won on the opening day of the season, we lost in the Super Cup quite heavily, and we are being completely and utterly outplayed here. And the goalkeeper, I don't know what he was doing. There were defenders there. I don't know why the goalkeeper comes rushing off of his line there. Almost gifted them a 4th. But it doesn't matter whether they scored the 4th or not. They've scored 3. Bergwijn hat-trick. Thoroughly outplayed. They have more of the possession, more passes completed, 10 shots on target, 21 shots overall, 1.73 XG. And as you can see, we are now 8 points off the top of the table. Our goal difference is half of what Ajax's is. And it's over and done with for the title race. Feyenoord beat Camber away to move into 3rd and 6 points away from us. Like I said before, I'm pretty confident of securing a top 4 place. I'm hoping for top 2. But the title race looks to be over and done with. Now we look forward to the Europa League. Same team for the second leg against Dynamo as what we just fielded against Ajax. De Jong looks like he needs a rest, but I need to play him, really. We haven't got much options, especially with Cody Gakpo still out. I'm going to go with the same side. I've dropped my defensive line a little bit. We're going to play a low block and see if that can stop us from those balls over the top and strikers bursting through our defences. And hopefully we can see out this tie and move through. I've warned the side against complacency, and I'm hoping that they take heed. Although we could have conceded early on there. We've got a 4-2 lead to defend from the first leg, but I've told the players to act as if they're starting from scratch. Dynamo are definitely up for this. 2 chances in the space of a minute or so. And our defence needs to be alert. Gutierrez to Simons. Madueke over the top to De Jong. And De Jong has burst through here and he scores! Luke De Jong, 1-0 to PSV after 5 minutes. Dynamo have come out all guns blazing, had 2 chances to open the scoring, and we've hit them really against the run of play on the counter. Madueke, a lovely little touch and then a lovely ball over the top. Luke De Jong, 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, low in the corner, and we're 5-2 up on aggregate and moving towards the last 8 of the Europa League. Here's Max to Datro Fofana, who loses it to Ristovski. Ristovski runs through, no one wants to tackle him, shoots, and Benitez happily claims it. It's good to see that they have the same storage units and stuff in Dynamo as what they have in the English leagues or the Dutch leagues or wherever else you play. Another thing about those graphics conversations that have been going on among the FM community. Here's Obispo to Till. Datro Fofana. Back to Obispo. Can we add a second before half time and pretty much put this game to bed? Gutierrez finds Madueke. Madueke 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, and Noni Madueke scores his 5th goal of the season. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Great ball from Gutierrez. There's Obispo here. Just picks out Gutierrez. I thought we were going to have a little bit of passing around, but he doesn't. Great vision. Great pass. Madueke outsmarting the defender, and the goalkeeper really had no chance. And we are 2-0 up on the night. 6-2 on aggregate. And barring a minor miracle even for Dynamo, we are moving through to the next round of the Europa League. Dynamo are going to look to attack straight away. And Petkovic goes over the bar. And I am going to take De Jong off. Give him a little bit of a break. We've got... Who we got? Jason Van Duijven will come on, because De Jong needs a break. Datro Fofana is in the box here, and Dominic Livakovic saves from point blank range to prevent it going 3-0. But Max will swing in a corner here. And how's that not been just touched in? Just needed a foot on it. Spikic will look to mount a counter-attack. Goes back to Ristovski, and the highlight's over. Well, there's another one. Ristovski. Back to Spikic, who bursts through, and Benitez saves pretty easily. Looked like it might have even been going wide. It's all over and done with. 2-0 on the night, 6-2 on aggregate. Madueke, man of the match, 8.4. Obispo got an 8. Benitez with a 7.4. They did have their chances, Dynamo. They had 5 shots on target. But we've held them out. We've kept a clean sheet. And we've moved through to the next round of the Europa League. Right, the draw for the last 16 of the Europa League has been done. I thought, because I counted up the matches, there were only 8 matches last time. I thought we were already into the last 8. We're not. We're into the last 16. And we have been drawn against AS Roma, the Italian side. There are lots and lots of really, really good teams in this competition still. Barcelona have drawn Manchester United, Juventus against Arsenal, Seville against Feyenoord, Chelsea, Lazio. We've got Roma, we've got Monaco. We've got some very, very strong sides in this competition still. So, the chances of us winning this are very, very slim. But while we're in it, we have a chance. Well, if we weren't out the title race after losing to Ajax, we definitely are now, because we've just lost 1-0 at home to Canberra in our last game. A little bit of a European hangover. Definitely out the title race. I'm a little less confident of guaranteeing a top 4 finish now, so we need to sort ourselves out, knuckle down, sort our shit out, and play a little bit better. But for now, we concentrate on the Dutch Cup and the semi-final at home to VVV Venlo. We play with Benitez in goal, Moine, Phillips, Branthwaite, Buscagli, Sangara, Veerman, Simons, Madueke, Gakpo and De Jong. Obispo is suspended for this. Ruben Vezo is now out for up to 2 weeks, so he's going to miss the game against Roma as well. And yeah, not ideal, but we should, on paper, win this game quite comfortably. Venlo are down in a lower division than us. Our B team are actually higher than them in the league at the minute, I believe. So we should win this quite comfortably. First highlight of the game, Cody Gakpo on the edge of the area with a free kick and scores 1-0. Cody Gakpo, 12.5 minutes gone. And there's what I'm hoping is the first of many goals in this game, because we could do with an absolute rout just to build the confidence after a couple of league defeats. Veerman plays a ball over the top. Cody Gakpo latches onto it and hits the woodwork. Hits the woodwork. Should have been 2-0. But it's not. Sangara. Madueke. And he's brought down, is he? Xavi Simons smashes one home anyway. I was wondering if it was going to be a penalty. Madueke looked to have been brought down. The ball rolled to De Jong. De Jong touched it back. And Simons smashes it home. Yeah, Sangara's ball across there. Madueke looked to have been fouled there. The referee waved to play on. You saw his arms go up. De Jong touched it back. Simons smashed it. So if it hadn't have been scored, it probably would have been a penalty anyway. Gakpo looks to have taken a knock, so I'm going to take him off. I'm going to bring on Antonis. It's telling me to bring Fofana on, but I'm bringing on Antonis for Gakpo. Long ball. Venlo are going to look to hit us on the counter here. Decker swings one across, and they have. VVV Venlo have scored a goal and are back in this game. And the tie isn't as one-sided as I was hoping. I thought we might have put it to bed by half-time. They're poor defending again, poor positioning. And although we are the better side, we've had most of the possession and we've had more shots. But Venlo have slowly grown into this game. Veerman. And Antonis appears to have been fouled inside the box. And I presume VAR is going to get involved. He's checking the penalty review. And the penalty's been awarded. Joey Veerman will step up to try and give us that 2-goal lead again. And he does so. Smashes the ball home. The keeper went the right way. But Joey Veerman, again from the spot. He's been clinical from the spot this season. And on the stroke of half-time, we have now got a 2-goal advantage again. 3-1 up. And hopefully that'll kill off any chances or any hopes that VVV had of mounting a comeback in this game. Used up my last substitutes at half-time. So I'm hoping I don't get any injuries or anything. Moina plays the ball across. It's out. Simons to Buscagli. Buscagli over the top. Keeper comes out and punches it. But it's only as far as Veerman. Moina whose ball goes right across the face of goal and is cleared by the defence. And they're going to look to mount another counter-attack here. Need to get back and win the back possession. It's over the top. And, Benitez this time saves. Nearly got caught out on the counter again. VVV have got a free kick. It's swung in. And the ball has gone over the top. It's headed over the top. Sangara, Fofana, plays it across. De Jong hits the bar. De Jong has headed it against the bar. And this hasn't been the one-sided game I thought it was going to be, but we have done enough. Andre Romalo looks to clear. The keeper's ball is awful. And their shot goes wide. Just as I said we'd done enough, I thought they were going to score. We have done enough. We are through to the Dutch Cup final thanks to a 3-1 victory at home to VVV Venlo in the semi-final. In a game where we should have won it a lot more convincingly. We wasn't as good as I thought we should have been, which is quite disappointing, really. Although we are through to the final, so I've got to be happy with that. Right, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. It's been a little bit of an up and down one. We are definitely out of the title race after 2 league defeats against Ajax and Canberra, but we are through to the next round of the Europa League and we are into the Dutch Cup final where we will once again take on Ajax and hopefully we'll get the better of them this time round. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.